Assalamu alaikum dear students, welcome back to my channel. In today's lecture we are going to learn the concept behind the P-series test. So what does it say? It says that if you have an infinite series of the form, then this series is said to be convergent if P is greater than 1, and it will be regarded as a divergent series if P is less than equal to 1. Also, we are going to use the Cauchy condensation test and the divergence test for series as our prerequisites, and I'm going to mention that very soon. But before that, if you haven't subscribed my channel so far, please go and subscribe my channel, hit the bell icon so that you don't miss any update. And now we move on to the preliminaries and then to the proof finally. Alright students, before moving on to our proof, let's discuss the two results that we are going to use in our proof. Number one is Cauchy condensation test. Now what does it say? It says that if you have any positive term series such that every successive term is smaller as compared to its preceding term, then the series summation an and this series summation 2 to the power n minus 1 a 2 to the power n minus 1 will converge or diverge together, meaning that if these conditions are satisfied, then these two series will behave alike, right? And the second test, the second result that we are going to use in our proof is the divergence test, which says that any infinite series will be regarded as a divergent series if and only if the limit of its general term is non-zero. Okay, so these are the results that I'm going to use. Alright students, we are going to prove the concept behind the P-series test by the method of exhaustion, where we will consider each and every case and then we will look for the convergence of the Pth series, right? And we start with considering the case where P is less than or equal to 0. Now if you take P to be less than or equal to 0, it's very clear that then the limiting value of the general term of the series will never be equal to 0. And if the limiting value of the general term is non-zero, then by divergence test we can say that this series is divergent. So it is finalized that whenever P will be less than or equal to 0, the P series, the series here, is always divergent, right? And now we are going to consider the second case where we will take P to be greater than 0. Now if you are considering P to be greater than 0, then what will happen here? You can very easily judge that every succeeding term will be less in size as compared to its preceding term, and that allows us to use the Cauchy condensation test, which leads us to the series summation 2 to the power k multiplied by 1 over 2 to the power k whole power p, where k runs from 0 to infinity. Now this expression can be written as k from 0 to infinity 1 over 2 to the power kp minus k, right? And then we can further simplify it to be 1 over 2 to the power p minus 1 whole power k, where this k runs from 0 to infinity as usual. And then we can write it as 1 over 2 to the power p minus 1 whole power k, again k runs from 0 to infinity. And then finally we can write this expression as 2 to the power 1 minus p times k, where k runs from 0 to infinity, right? So as you can see from here that this series is actually becoming a geometric series with common ratio 2 to the power 1 minus p. Now whatever is going to happen with this series is depending upon this common ratio. So let's examine that. The series, which is, as we know, that a geometric series will be convergent only when this ratio or is less than 1, meaning that 2 to the power 1 minus p is less than 1. Now this will happen if and only if 1 minus p is less than 0, which finally means that p is greater than 1. So one thing has been now proven, that the geometric series is convergent only when p is greater than 1. So finally, by Cauchy condensation test, we can say that the series which was originally associated with this series, that is the series summation 1 over n to the power p, is convergent only when this p is greater than 1. And this is what we needed to prove. If you are wondering that what will happen if this p becomes equal to 1, so if this p becomes equal to 1, then this series will be a harmonic series, which we already know is a divergent series. So this completes our proof. Thank you so much for watching the complete video. Don't forget to subscribe my channel, hit the bell icon so that you don't miss any update, and don't forget to give me your feedback in the comment section below. Thank you so much.